Alright, so today I'm going to be doing my presentation on Alexander von Humboldt. This presentation is being done by Rachel Brundle. A brief bio of Humboldt. He was born in 1769 in Berlin. He was educated from a very early age in economics and political history. His mother wanted him shaped for a high public office, but he wasn't a very good student. He was kind of sickly and just really yearned to travel, which led military, which he then eventually turned down, causing him to go to the University of Frankfurt, where fruitless studies in economics led him actually to matriculate to a different school in Berlin, where he ended up studying engineering. And here is where he started to develop a passion for botany. Also, while in Berlin, he ended up developing a passion for minerals, which led him to attend a school of the mines in Freiburg, which then had him sent to Fichtel Mountains to oversee a mine. Eventually, he got tired of this and commissioned a trip to South America through the King of Spain, who at the time controlled a good majority of South America. Here we can see a map of the way that he went. He ended up leaving Spain, where he stopped in Africa and then made it to the northern part of South America, where he went on a lot of exploring trips and made it all through there, and eventually went up to North America and then made it back to France and Spain. In his trip in South America, him and his team collected many specimens, both plant, animal, and mineral. They also studied different things like electricity and stuff. He was one of the first ones to discover the electrophorus electricus, or the electric eel. Also, while they were there, they extensively mapped out a good portion of the South America. They would also routinely take mountain trips and climb mountains to set altitude records. Another one of the discoveries that he made was a Humboldt current, which is a cold water current that runs off the western part of South America, making places like Chile and Peru and such having kind of dry climates, kind of cooler climates, which kind of puts them in a Mediterranean climate almost. Some of the things that were going on while all of this was happening was Napoleon had taken over France and surrounding areas. The French Revolution happened, and then the British Industrial Revolution happened, which called for a bigger need for natural resources such as coal and lumber and a lot of stuff like that. Why is all this important? Humboldt ended up writing a book called The Cosmos, and in that book, he was the first to view Earth as an organism. Also in the book, he was the first to view a forest as an ecosystem and draw lines to how one organism depended on another organism to survive. He was also the first to warn against mass irrigation and cash crops and lumber harvesting. The reason he kind of warned against mass irrigation was that it would make some places a lot drier than they were originally supposed to be. Cash crops and lumber harvesting was also a big deal at the time because of the Industrial Revolution and all that, and it wasn't a very good thing. He had also kind of started to come up with the idea of global climate change with the whole irrigation and other places becoming drier than they should and all of that. So this is why he is important.